Hello, America. We are now one day removed from learning the emotional and pretty happy news that Osama bin Laden finally had an up-close and personal meeting with the United States Special Forces. And after their brief encounter, our guys quickly arranged for bin Laden to attend another meeting with a higher or much, much lower power, whichever way you see it. And I'm happy to say the Special Forces were even kind enough to provide the transportation, just a couple of double taps, and he was on his merry way. And no one is happier than yours truly. But I want to again take you out of your comfort zone. We have to think like the President of the United States and answer some questions here. Bin Laden was one of the worst mass murderers to live, and he inspired countless acts of evil, and they will go on, I believe, for generations. But everyone was celebrating in the streets, and I understand it. There were sincere people out there. And I think that what happened when people were not doing this is more reflective, but the people that were celebrating, I think it's probably because we haven't had anything good to feel about America in quite some time. We keep being told that we're bad and we're evil and we're worthless and everything else. And Daddy keeps telling us that. I don't mean Daddy, I mean like, you know, our country's father now, Barack Obama. We won this one, and I think that's what people felt. Doesn't feel like we've been winning anything for a while. But be careful. According to the White House, there are discussions about releasing the photos of Osama bin Laden, dead. And they're saying it is awful, gruesome, saying that his brain is exposed and everything else. A picture is worth 1,000 words. They're now saying this is going to be one of the most widely viewed photos ever, if not the most viewed photo in history. Now think of all of the historic photos that you have seen. There's the photo that you'll never get out of your mind of the World Trade Center, or the moon landing. Think of all of the photos of JFK, or how about the photos of Iwo Jima? That's saying something. Think of all the photos that have been burned in your mind and what they say to you. Now, all of this debate supposedly is happening behind closed doors, and whether or not to release these images, this is odd to me because you and I learned about bin Laden on Sunday night. The president has known this is coming since February, specifically, and since August, generally. They've bragged about all the meetings that they've had. Now, are we really supposed to believe that the president didn't ask these questions? Can you capture or kill him? Yes. Can you do it without getting killed? Pretty sure. Without killing innocents? Pretty sure. And can you make sure that there's no video? Well, they'd say, well, wait a minute, Mr. President, we should have some film, we should have some photos, because nobody's going to believe them. How are we going to convince people? Yes, okay, yeah, all right, we're going to take a picture of the body. Why are we debating this now? They didn't debate this before? And again, the question is, releasing of the photo, does this action make the United States of America more or less safe? And the question about Pakistan, that's my #2 question. Where is he? Pakistan. Do the Pakistanis know? Well, now Pakistan is involved. I mean, let's look at the map of where they found bin Laden, shall we? They found bin Laden here in the compound. This is 1,000 yards away from bin Laden's house. That's it. Bin Laden's house is surrounded by 18-foot walls and barbed wire. It's not exactly subtle. The town is filled with retired generals. Pakistan's not really looking good in this scenario. Now, if you knew since August, did you not have that debate inside the administration behind closed doors and think through what is going to happen with Pakistan if we go in and take out bin Laden? What to say to them, what to say to our own people, what to say to the whole world. the administration is trying to make us believe that they didn't have those conversations, because now the administration, some are now criticizing Pakistan, demanding that we reconsider the $3 billion in aid that we give to them. Now think of that. $3 billion in aid. What do? We give them that aid because if they don't, the moderates will collapse. It would cripple them if we cut that off. Others in the administration, however, are saying Pakistan was helpful on this. Well, which is it? You can't even get the administration, who hasn't been noodling this since Sunday night like you and me. They have been doing this since August. And they have people that all they're paid to do is think of these things. And they can't get that one answer right. They weren't prepared for this, and they weren't prepared for the pictures. But they were prepared to have a Muslim cleric all ready to go on it. It's not like they were like, oh crap, we were going to dump his body off. Does anybody have a Muslim cleric handy? They had that all ready to go. But not the answer for the photos or Pakistan. That doesn't work. That doesn't make sense. Let's look at some of the other facts that the president knew, because this whole operation is kind of strange. WikiLeaks. Pretty accurate, right? WikiLeaks, the release of information from WikiLeaks has been accurate, and it has set the Middle East on fire. Well, now there are the leaked documents that we know out of Guantanamo that say Al-Qaeda has a rogue nuke set to detonate if bin Laden is captured or killed. Do we know that that's true or not? We don't. The documents cite Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, a prisoner at the facility, who said a nuclear hellstorm would break out if we killed Osama bin Laden. Bin Laden said also that they had one. So what do we have? WikiLeaks says, and this is from the hairy back guy, nukes. The U.S. government has said they got nukes. Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden have said they've got nukes. I kind of want to make sure that we are clear on that one. But we just shoot him dead? Now, this is Obama and his national security team in the Situation Room getting briefed on the mission to take down Osama bin Laden. Are you telling me that there was no one in this room that said, wait, Mr. President? First of all, do we know for sure that they do or do not have nukes? Second of all, what's going to happen with Pakistan? If Pakistan falls apart, the whole thing cascades. The Middle Eastern country also with a nuke. Did anyone speak up? Maybe they did. Maybe the president said, I don't care, kill him no matter what. I don't think so. It doesn't make sense. The military pulled it off. They prepared, they did it. But the administration doesn't know what to do with the photos or Pakistan. What would have happened if we would have released the JFK death photos a week after JFK's death? We waited, what, 25, 30 years? By releasing this photo, does it make us less safe or more safe? Don't answer as a citizen, answer as a president. And if he answers too many times the wrong way, you have to ask yourself why. What are the options? What is it there? What's really happening? But we have to see what we've done. What we've done in the last couple of years. Who are our friends anymore, honestly? I asked my radio audience today, what do we even stand for? Who are we? What do we believe in as a country? Who are our friends? I don't know. I don't know. Who are the allies? And what's going on? Our country is transforming everything. All of our ties are changing. This is who our traditional allies have been, and these are our traditional foes. But let's go through them one by one, shall we? France. Here's the latest on France. President Obama called them a strong friend and an ally, but the honeymoon is over. They now have to take the lead in Libya. Right. And if the election were held today, Sarkozy would lose to Le Pen, who said she will break the alliance with NATO and realign with Russia. So with friends like France, I mean, who needs Russia? they're kind of in the question mark category now. Germany congratulated us on UBL, but they're also looking for new friends. Russia. Construction on an underwater oil pipeline between Russia and Germany underway. England, things have been a little strained, you know, since we sent the bust of Winston Churchill back and gave the Queen an iPod of his best speeches. But they're basically toast. They're still our ally, but, I mean, anybody who watched the royal wedding of, I don't know, Kate and Leopold, they were walking down, and somebody on TV said, that could be the next king. And I thought, yes, if there is another king. Canada. You probably missed this piece of news, but this is good. Stephen Harper and his Conservatives won yesterday. I mean, I may just chug, you know, knock back some maple leaf syrup and, I don't know, break out into "Oh, Canada," because they're our strongest ally. Please, let us across the border, please, please. How frightening is this, that this is the ally that is, no offense, Canada, but I mean, you've never been really known for your fighting prowess. But you're the strongest one of the group now. Pakistan. Well, I think they're over here. They could fall at any time. Friend or foe, which are they? Were they harboring UBL or not? His death could throw the country into a tailspin, and let's not forget that the Mumbai incident, you know, the killers were from Pakistan. So now we're spreading from Iran through Afghanistan into Pakistan into India. Oh, it's good. Wait a minute. Who was it on this show that said, who's me? From India all the way to Spain. Egypt, since Mubarak stepped down, anti-American sentiment has been growing. We're not real popular over there. The Muslim Brotherhood, all for Sharia law, poised to take control. Go to glennbeck.com to see the latest approval ratings for the Muslim Brotherhood, oh, and ours. By the way, they came out today and defended resistance against U.S. presence in Iraq and Afghanistan as legitimate. But our president loves it. Foe. Israel is repeatedly criticized by this White House. We are at a relationship that we haven't had in 35 years. Saudi Arabia, if you've been following it all, why do you think they're not pumping more oil? They're really, really angry. They don't like the example that we're setting in Libya by killing leaders. That's falling apart. I'll put them over here. China is reducing their debts. Our debts. They're not holding our debts anymore. It's also on an economy. Their economy's on a track now to overtake ours by 2016. Saudi Arabia has been courting China for their own little special deal. They're trying to have a little energy alliance since they're disappointed with us. Japan, there's nothing left of Japan. Between the earthquake, the tsunami, and the 400-plus aftershocks, Japan is crippled and on the DL. Now, wow. What happens? Remember during the time of hope and change, the idea was the president to repair our international relations. I mean, unless he meant relations in a biblical sense, I mean, we're not really repairing anything. Well, we still get along with these guys. Kind of. I think these guys still like us. Oh, and these guys like us. Well, Brazil, really, not so much. I mean, yes and no. There's nothing like a former Marxist guerrilla that went to prison for trying to overthrow their president, their government, who's president now of Brazil. I don't look at Brazil really like we're friends or allies. I think Brazil kind of looks at us like clients. We're kind of Elliot Spitzer to Brazil. As long as the check clears, they're in. Remember, our friends.